My name is Chaitanya. I'm a game developer and founder of SnackPlayStudio. I'm here to talk about my journey in hypercasual, how I started up making games, and I'm also share how I got my first hypercasual global launch this year. So, what I'm going to talk in this session is how I get up started in hyper casual. So, what are the challenges I have faced? What kind of mistakes I have faced in New Start, which is a how I started completely as a beginner, and I'll do a short case study on my new hit game, and we'll have a Q&A session. Okay, let's start with how I started in hyper casual. It was on 2018. Uh, it was a time where I used to see a lot of top charting games and I used to play them all the time. And I got super excited about them and I thought maybe we need to try these. And actually started with making clones of these games. Like there was a time where I used to make clones of Color Switch, Flappy Bird, and Helix Jump, and etc. So basically, what happens, everyone used to make videos, YouTube videos on it. So any new game which is on top charts, there will be definitely a YouTube video of it. So what I would do is I'll just follow the YouTube tutorials and I would make my games. So what I do with those games, I used to send those games to my college projects. So my college projects, my college guys are fed up with me. Like they were like telling me, uh, "What are these games? Why you are a computer science student?" And I said, like, these are games you can able to play even computer. So when I started making hyper casual games, I didn't directly started testing right away. So there were a few challenges actually as a solo developer initially. So what kind of challenges? First, I need to approach a publisher first. What happened is in 2018, publishers are not like open for developers, right? So I tried to contact the other publishers out there like Voodoo, Quali, etc. So, but later, after 2 or 3 months later, I got a reply from Voodoo, dude, I'll test your games, let's do it. So it's all started right there. And the problem here is in 2018, most of the publishers only test games on iOS, but I don't have an iOS device, like no MacBook, no iOS mobile, anything. So, but my parents supported that, and after a few months, like 4 or 5 months later, I have my own device. I have my own MacBook, so I tried to test my games. I started testing games right then. And another problem with these is I'm not really good at 3D art. So anytime, anytime I want to make a new game, I need to buy an asset from it, from the asset store. But there weren't any assets back then about hyper casual, specifically for hyper casual. So I need to make my own assets. But my technical knowledge in 3D art was very minimal. So this is one of the important obstacle, like a challenge I faced in the earlier stage. And another thing is there was no technical knowledge about how can I able to make my own mechanics. So back then, what I used to do is I used to make games based on the YouTube tutorials. So whatever I have, I just use them and make the games. So that was a really important challenge I have faced. And another thing is really important is zero market understanding. So we need to know that what are we making first. We are making hyper casual, right? What kind of games we are going to test? I don't have, I have zero knowledge. I used to, yeah? Okay. So, okay, now? So back then, I made a game about zombie survival, and I thought it was in hyper casual, but it's not in hyper casual. So that's the example I'm giving. So these were the important challenge I faced. So what kind of mistakes I have made while making hyper casual? After I got everything set up, I tried to start making games. The important thing is I expect the first game would be a big success. I'll make $1 million out of it. Without even knowing that, it doesn't even happen like that. That's the biggest mistake. And it's not only my first game. I continued it, second game, third game. It happens again and again. So we need to think that we are developers first. We are going to make money definitely after after getting the product right, right? First, the product. Product is a key. If the product is not good, you won't make any $1 million. Nothing. So as a game developer, the first focus you need to have is on the product itself. This is the biggest mistake. After making games for almost 1 year, I realized this mistake, what I was doing. And second mistake, which is really important, making games I like. What I mean by this is, don't get me wrong here. I'll just have a common idea. I'll just have a common idea, and I think that let's make a product out of it, and I never have a single thought that whether this game will be played by my friends, at least my family, nothing. Just make a game and release it, test it, and expect to make $1 million out of it. Nothing. That's a really big mistake. So in hyper casual, while you have an idea, the important thing is you are targeting for a mass number of audience, right? If the mass number of audience, if the family members won't play it, you're not making a proper game here. Just if you have an idea, so just talk to the your family members or friends or anyone. Whether would you like to at least would you like to play this game? Are you interested in play this game? Just get the feedbacks from them, and also try to get what type of games they would like to play. Not if they say I want to make PUBG. No, just try to show them what kind of product you're making, and ask them, would you like to play this game, and what do you suggest, what kind of ideas you think you want to see in the market, I mean in the Play Store. So another thing is, when I have a prototype, your main focus should be on the core gameplay. But what my mistake was to add too many features at the beginning. It happened all the year. I mean throughout the year, and I forgot that they won't even support the main core gameplay. So this is an important thing. So I'm not saying that you need to have enough polishes, but you just need to add polishes which suppose the core gameplay, not the whole game. You're not making a whole game at the beginning. You are just testing your game first for the marketability, whether this game will be played by millions of people. So just a quick note, but is that a rocket doesn't look like a rocket without the flames. What I mean, only have the polishes on the core gameplay, which suppose the core gameplay. And the important thing is not having a proper production plan. What I mean, Where I'll give an example about this. I used to have an idea and just make a prototype out of it. And next, after making like 3 4 days, 75% work is done, I'll have another new idea. Now I just want to make this game, release this game as fast as possible, forgetting about what are the other things we need to focus. Not even that 75% is completed, but the 25% could be your levels, how you put the levels, right? We are in a hurry, like every new game, we need to send this one, we need to send this one. So what I suggest is have a proper production plan. Have your assets and everything together. So after all these collective mistakes, uh, I tried to kill my dream of making hyper casual games in 2021. But what happened was there was a initiative by Crazy Labs, like called Crazy Hub Hyderabad. I tried to join that. I got selected, and we have a new journey from there. I joined the Crazy Hub as a solo developer, but the amount of support that gives you is that is really massive. You'll just make really good games, I think. So in the Crazy Hubs, you're not the only one who will make games, but there will be similar game developers like you who want to make games, right? So you can discuss whatever you want with them. I used to ideate with them, but basically the whole idea from Lunchbox started there. In the Crazy Hub, what you have in the Crazy Hub, apart from the large number of people, tremendous amount support from the industry standard people. Like you have publishing managers, you have product owners, everyone will be present with you. You'll have a weekly session with them. You can just generate the ideas with them, start ideating with them, and also they will give you a really sharp feedbacks whether this game will be good or bad. This game even worth prototyping or not. And another important thing is they give you the freedom of exploring. You have full freedom to explore whatever you want. You have enough time to just look around the ideas in the market, what's working, what's not working. They won't pressure you like do this, and you'll have enough time to make a new prototype. And they will give you enough guidance. What are you going to make? What are you targeting? What kind of audience you're targeting? So these are the few games I have made in the hub. The first one is Head Carriers. Basically, what is you have a body, you just need to transfer your head. Without the head, you can't do anything. And another one is Shape Scoop. This one is based on a TikTok video. There is a channel called Fish for Forever. So the channel has like almost like 2,500 million views for the videos, and I thought this is a good idea. And this one is the first time I made a simulation game, and this is really important because this is what made me the Lunchbox, which is my recent hit. Okay, let's start. I'll do a quick case study on Lunchbox. So how it actually started. One day I was just scrolling to the YouTube and I found a trailer. The Lunchbox is a Bollywood movie, and it was an initiation for the Lunchbox. So immediately I went to TikTok. I checked whether are there any games based on. Are there any videos based on the Lunchbox? Yes, there were videos which have millions of views for the Lunchbox. So I thought, let's pitch this idea to the publishing manager and done. And before even pitching it, I just made a quick prototype, like a really basic prototype. So I took 1 day of time to build this basic prototype. So yeah, this prototype, I was made in 1 day, but the mechanic here we used is really old. Like simple drag and drop. Like it is really hard for player. It's a burden to even see the video, right? So we have a discussion with the publishing manager, and we thought, let's change the mechanic. And there was a time. At that time, there was this mechanic where you drag your finger inside the box. You can place items. There was a game called Fridge Organizer, I think. Fill the fridge, right? So the mechanic is getting popular those days. So I thought after discussing with the publishing manager, let's have this idea. Let's put this mechanic into our game. So next, this is a CPI video. I've done it in 2 days and send it to CPI test. This mechanic is good, but the problem here is you need to precisely put the food items inside the box. You can't just drag. You can just drag, but the food items won't fit properly. That's the important thing. It's good for the video, but not for the actual gameplay. So it passed the CPI, but the important thing here is we can't able to share all the metrics of this game for now. Just a quick note. So it's passed the CPI test. I thought we need to change the mechanic. We need to adjust the mechanic, not totally change it, but we need to adjust the mechanic a little bit. So we discussed again. We brainstormed with publishing managers again, and we got this mechanic. So the mechanic will be same, but what are we changing here is we are fixing the rotations and what kind of rotation. We have rotations previously, right? So we are just fixing the rotation, and we have this mechanic where the berries, the almonds, we can place however we want. All the food items, it's fixed items. So you just drag the food items inside the box, and you just drag wherever you want the berries, you drag wherever you want. So, and to make the gameplay little easier to the user, we added these green points, like green dots. So what was the idea behind this is, in the game, food items will stack, but food items have different sizes. So we need to make the user think that they can able to stack the food items, right? So that's why we added these green points. But for the other items like berries, we don't need any green points because we can place them wherever we want. So we send this for the day one, and it passed the day one. And next. So after passing the day one, we have another test, but we can't able to reveal that. What we did is we tried to add more content to the game to have more fun to the game. I can tell you about the what kind of things we added. So there was a special levels thing where you make characters of a food item. So we added that, but because as per the data, they are the best levels compared to these regular levels. So we have these regular levels. At the same time, we also added these special character levels. So this is how the whole level funnel will be. First level will be regular puzzle level. Second would be regular, and the third level will be the special character level. And fourth and fifth will be regular character level. So we ended the day right there. So, and at the same time, we also added new content, new features. And we also did some A/B testing with the new features and continuous iterations, a lot of brainstorming sessions with the publishing manager and the product team. And after 3 to 4 months of hard work, and the game is globally launched. So everything, this won't be happen with these guys. I just want to thank all of these guys because I did this game as a solo developer, but these are the guys who supported me all the time. I mean, I just need to call them. That's it. They helped me a lot in this journey. So yeah, that's it, guys. Let's have a Q&A. Yeah, Aga will be joining for the Q&A. He's one of my team member as well. So, any questions, guys? Cool. I will be roaming around here only. So if you have any questions or want to talk, uh, I'll be roaming around here only. Thank you. A/B testing is for suppose we have two features, right? Uh, for suppose there is a new item, cake item, and a bread. I mean, different cake items. We see which one is performing the better based on group of numbers. I mean, group of people. We for suppose there is a group of people, right? We show with this group of people only the new cake item, and another group of people we show it a different cake item. So to improve the game, right? I think we are just developers, right? Yeah, we are just developers. Publisher would take care of that, right? We don't have any access to the what kind of tools they are using. Okay, let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you.